Hello, everybody. This is AG here, and welcome to the Watkins Glen International. It's Sprint Series night in America at the best road course in America, the Watkins Glen International. 3.4 miles in length. We skip the chicane and go through the boot as always, and all leading up to Saturday's Lake Effect Ice Cream 400K. This race here only 5 laps long, so there's not going to be much time for these guys to work up through the field. But we saw yesterday in the Haas IndyCar Series race, Aaron Abel went from 16th to 2nd. It was with a cycle of pit stops. So Matt, do you think we might see something similar here today, considering it's only a 5-lap race?
I will see how this race goes. I mean, it's a much smaller field, stock cars versus Indy cars, and quite literally no strategy to be played out. So I think we're going to just see a mad bull rush here to get to the front. People just find their way to get there.
Going to be interesting to see how this race plays out, especially considering the title race that we have here in the Wawa Sprint Series. Not as close as it is in the Wawa Cup Series, but Oskin's got to be careful. He's got a 13-point lead on Skylar Taylor and then a 14-point lead on Jim Vincenleff. Vincenleff has won the last 2 races here in the Sprint Series at Michigan and Indianapolis. You got Avery Alford 18 points behind coming into this race as well, but Alford does start a little bit deeper in the field. But I'd watch out for Skylar Taylor. They're on the outside pole, and we saw yesterday in the Haas IndyCar Series that outside lane gets a really good jump at the start, and we may see Taylor possibly win this race on Oskin, and that'd be a 5-point swing if that happens, and that'd be 8 points going into Daytona next week. Only 3 races left to go, and Oskin can seal it if he gets this one and has a good run next week at Daytona, but if he struggles, could see something else happen here in this Wawa Sprint Series Championship. We're going to go ahead and get the drivers to roll off here since we have such a long pace lap. Of course, Samet Oskin is starting on the pole on that 75. Had the fastest lap last week in Indianapolis and still holds on to the points lead with 4 wins on the year. Skylar Taylor alongside him there. On the outside pole, they are 13 points behind. You got Trey Bartow starting 3rd to the inside of Philip Torres in the 85. Jim Vincenleff, our last winner, to the inside of Benny Moore in row number 3. You got Cole Raymond there in the 83, and Avery Alford making up row number 4, and then Joe Rutkowski and Bruno Diacomo there in row number 5. Of course, Benny Moore is 33 points behind. Trey Bartow is 43 points behind. Philip Torres 53 points behind with only 3 races left to go. Pretty safe to say they might be out of championship contention. Angel Gutierrez in the 56 alongside the 05 machine there of Emily Bull. Behind those drivers, the 4 of Tyree Cartman and the 02, or 01, excuse me, of Angel Olvera. We got the 40 machine there. Dale Johnson the 2nd, starting to the inside of the 78, driven by Josh Harmon. 02 machine is Lou Nalona, the 7 machine of Riley Snell. Then the 33 machine there, driven by Travis Dean Jr. First career start for him. And the 60 of Will Parrish starting in the last position for probably the 10th time this season. He's always there in last. But Oskin has been the class of the field. Same with Vincenleff, Skylar Taylor as well. Those 3 drivers looking to battle it out for this title. Who do you think is going to get the race victory here at Watkins Glen?
I'm going to take Trey Bartow today. I have no real reason other than he's Trey Bartow. I'm sure that he's going to find some way to find his way to the front. And I think he won the last time I was in the booth for one of these. I think.
Might be right. Now that I think about it, got that win at Charlotte. That is his only win of the year. 43 behind and wrecked out at Michigan. Of course, if he did not wreck out in Michigan, we'd probably be seeing him in a much different position in terms of the championship right here. But the last 43 behind, that's nearly 2 whole races worth of points there. So it's pretty much out of it. But hey, another win could be at hand for Bartow here today. But watch out for Samet Oskin in the 75. Looking to put this championship away here at Watkins Glen. He won't clinch it today, but he could very well put himself in position 2 next week. Here we go. Green flag in the air, and Skylar Taylor wasting no time getting the push there from Philip Torres there on the first lap of the race. And Torres going to try to work the outside on Oskin. And once again, Oskin struggling at the start. It's been the story a lot of these past races for the 75, and that's why Taylor and Vincenleff and all these other guys have creeped up, and that's definitely something to watch out for Saturday's race in the Cup Series. That inside lane just did not get going again. And Ozkin definitely paying the price right now.
Yeah, Ozkin got an absolutely terrible start. And we saw that also in the IndyCar race on the first IndyCar race this weekend. And Bradley Bradshaw was the pole sitter and just got absolutely taken to school by John Andrews on the opening lap. But Skylar Taylor already trying to build up a little bit of a lead here. And then Jim Vincent Love, who I believe won the last time out at Indianapolis, also on the move here as this field starts to spread out. And like we were saying, you're going to come to 4 laps to go here at the start-finish line. So these moves are going to have to happen quickly.
We don't call it the Sprint Series for nothing, do we? Benny Moore and Jim Vincent battling there for third. Vincent trying to work this outside lane. Vincent going for his 6th win of the season here in the Sprint Series. He's got more wins than anybody with 5, winning at Daytona, winning at COTA earlier this year, a road course, Chicagoland, Michigan, and Indianapolis. That's some pretty good tracks to get race victories at, and I know Vincent would love to get it here as Ozkin down in the 5th position here, so we'll have to see what he can do as this race goes along. These guys have to be careful off the exit of turn 11, especially in the stock car, and Vincent a little wide right there. Got some contact going on in the back there. The 7 of Riley Snell up in the outside wall, but no major contact, and we remain green here on lap number 2. Skylar Taylor holding on to the race lead. Philip Torres trying to get his 3rd win of the season. Got the race victory at Talladega and then got it at Nashville. And he's in a great position to maybe get this one done here if he can close up to the back bumper of the 45.
Is in a very good position here, but this 45 car building an early lead here. Got to be careful down these long back straightaway here at Watkins Glen. Obviously, a lot of slipstream can be used here. Philip Torres, though, definitely gained a little bit down this back straightaway. And Jim Vincent don't look now. 6 wins. Has any? Granted, it's a sprint series, so it doesn't necessarily not weighted the same. But what is the record for most wins by a single driver in any series? Is 6 going to be pushing a record here?
I think 6 might push it. I think 6 might push it, and Vincent could pull that off today. Versus that team, Italian Fury Racing, they know a lot about winning in both the Sprint Series and the Cup Series. Philip Torres in the 85, though. He's had a couple of wins this season. Definitely the underdog in this situation, but a great run for him right now. And Vincent is closing in. Ozkin has finally found himself in a transfer position there. Of course, top 4 advance on to race on Saturday in the Lake Effect Ice Cream 400K. Benny Moore there in 5th. You got Bartow and Raymond battling. Not a good run for Bartow in this race as Raymond tries to get around him there. Alford and then Joe Rutkowski. Our first non-chaser is the 05 there of Emily Bull. And this is definitely one of those places where you want to start up front because it is difficult to work your way through the field. I mean, I always saw Aaron Abel move up 14 positions, but that was a 15-lap race yesterday. And in the Indy cars as well, and those guys have a lot more grip, and the slipstream works out a lot better for those guys. Philip Torres, though, is working this one out pretty well. We'll have to see if he can force Skylar Taylor into a mistake. Taylor looking for their 4th win of the season, and looking to really close the gap as Benny Moore has gotten around that 75 of Sam and Ozkin. And the way it currently runs right now, Taylor would get 24 points if they go to victory lane. Ozkin is in 5th, and that would be 16 points. So that would mean going into Daytona, Skylar Taylor would be 5 points behind Sam and Ozkin in the title race. But Philip Torres may have other ideas here, and it could be a huge win because you get all those bonus points for winning the race. Torres may win this race as he's looking to close in on this 45, and he may have a shot at doing so here before this one is over.
Torres got a ton of momentum built up down the back straightaway and then followed it through the carousel, entered the boot really smoothly here. So let's see if this 85 has a lane to get the pass on Skylar Taylor, who's had a very solid race here so far. Just got to work every little bit of this racetrack here. Taylor just holding that lead. Jim, the 07 just lurking there in the background. But even if you can't win the race, points racing-wise for Jim Vincent that is definitely as good of the day as he can have here. But also is chasing down Skylar Taylor.
That was a big mistake there out of Philip Torres, and that's something we got to watch out for as this weekend goes along, especially in the Cup race can happen to anybody, and that may have just cost him the race win. Vincent Leff looking to possibly take second, and just as you said, Vincent Leff trying to gain as many points as he can on Ozkin. Ozkin still in the 5th position right there. Vincent Leff trying to get around this 85. Of course, last time we were at Daytona, that's the next race. Vincent Leff went to Victory Lane back in February. We have to see if he can, in fact, get that position on Torres, or if Torres can close back in on Taylor. It's such a long lap here at Watkins Glen for these guys, especially in the stock car, and Torres trying to close back in on this 45, and he'll still have one more lap to go to catch up to Taylor, but we'll have to see. Skyler is only won on tracks that are essentially 5/8 of a mile and shorter. Got the win at Bristol, the win in Martinsville, and North Wilkesboro. Didn't get the win at Richmond. That was Avery Alford. And that was the only other track of that size. So Taylor trying to get a win on a 3.4 mile long road course. Definitely be a huge one, especially in terms of the title. Ozkin, though, trying here on Benny Moore to advance onto the Cup race. Tough to get that inside lane to work. And the fact that these guys don't have as much grip, they don't really make the moves as easily as the Indy cars do. And it takes a little bit of time to wind up a pass here in these stock cars.
Skyler Taylor, though, gets to turn 11. Now, the one lap to go here. That is a smooth...
Oh, that's a hard hit to the outside wall. Here we go. The race is on. Philip Torres is going to take it with one lap to go. That is a huge mistake, and watch out for Vincent Leff here, looking to the inside. Oh, but he did not get... Oh, something wrong with Vincent Leff.
Bro.
He's got a problem, mechanical issue on the 07, as if this team did not have enough mechanical issues already. They're stacking it up there, and Philip Torres is pulling away in the 85. What in the world was that? How many of these stupid things are we gonna have happen in these races? And especially the Titan Fury Racing. It's not over yet for Taylor. Ozkin's still 4th, as Benny Moore's still ahead of him right there, so Taylor's still going to gain as they run. And I'd watch out for that last corner. Torres made the mistake earlier. He could make it again, and Taylor could take advantage of it.
Titan Fury Motorsports going to need to find Titan Fury Motorsports. I can't say anything. Not going to say something that's going to come back to bite me Saturday. But it's not their summer. The summer of not Titan. The summer of either we're taking home all of the trophies, or we're going home in last place on the back of the tow truck in the most ridiculous fashion ever.
These guys are battling hard for third as we're coming to the checkered flag here at Watkins Glen. Vincent Leff is off, and he will finish in last place. But here we go. Philip Torres looking to get his 3rd win of the season in this 85 for Hairgel Motorsports. He's got to be careful through the exit, and he's got it. How about this one? Philip Torres wins at Watkins Glen in his home state. And then you got Skyler Taylor, Benny Moore, and Salmon Ozkin advancing on and competing in the Lake Effect Ice Cream 400K on Saturday. How about that one? Taylor still is going to gain a little bit on Ozkin. Still going to have a shot at this title, but it's going to be a lot harder. They lost about 5 points there, maybe 4 points because of that. They led the most laps of the race. I don't know. That's let's see. That's a 4-point gain there for Taylor on Ozkin. So it's going to be a 9-point advantage for Ozkin going into Daytona. But Philip Torres, even though he's 53 points behind, going to get his 3rd win of the season here for Hairgel Motorsports. A great win for Torres in his home state, like I said. I know he's going to be happy about that one. Wow, and how about Benny Moore? Benny Moore has had a lot of advancements as of late. He's been running very strong here for NS Racing. And Ozkin going to hold on to 4th. He may barely hold on to this title. We're just going to have to see how it all goes down going into Daytona. Vincent Leff, even though he finishes in last, will actually start on the pole at Daytona as he got the fastest lap. Avery Alford alongside him. Then it's Skyler Taylor, Philip Torres, Cole Raymond, Bruno Diacomo. Then Ozkin will be in 7th. Let's see here. Benny Moore in 8th. Not a good starting position for him. Trey Bartow really deep in the field. As a matter of fact, Bartow will be starting 10th at Daytona, and that's only going to be a 10-lapper at Daytona, so Not going to be much time for those guys to get things to go their way, but after what you saw here in the Sprint Series and what we've seen in the Cup Series, do you anticipate more of the same once we get to the Lake Effect Ice Cream 400K on Saturday?
No, I think it'll be the smoothest, calmest race of the entire year. You know, nothing interesting at all will happen, and somebody who you totally expect to win the race will absolutely just lead every lap, flag to flag, and win the race. And I think that's exactly how it will go down Saturday. But Philip Torres, a fantastic effort there on that final lap. Took advantage of Skylar Taylor's misfortune and comes home with a win. And I believe you also said it's Philip's home racetrack here, so that's always cool when you can do that.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll have to see. Let's see how these points shake up. And, you know, Philip's out of the championship battle at this point, but I know he's going to be happy about that. So Philip Torres, Skylar Taylor, Benny Moore, and Sam Odkin going to be battling on Saturday with the Cup Series drivers. 19 laps and 2 cycles of pit stops in that race. You know, I know you basically described the Michigan race until, you know, lap 49 and a half. Who knows? Maybe that'll happen. It's going to get interesting. Like I said, I'm not anticipating Drew Webb having a good day. You see the starting lineup on your screen now, but we'll see how that ends up all shaking out on Saturday. Good luck, Matt. Good luck to everybody. It's a tight battle with 3 races left to go, and it's going to be a lot of fun seeing who gets this Wawa Cup Series championship. And hey, we got ourselves signups for the Rowdy Energy Pro Series from Daytona tonight at the same time as signups for the Sprint Series at Daytona. So check all that out. The only restrictions for the Rowdy Energy Pro Series is if you're already a full-time driver in the Turkey Hill Truck Series or an owner in the Pro Series already. Don't worry about the Cup Series or the Sprint Series. There's no correlation between the two. So, yeah, go for it. You're eligible for it, Matt. Love to see you run a couple races over there. We're going to have a lot of fun with that starting on Tuesday with the Champion 200. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow we got qualifying for IndyCar, and we got the second race on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and then, of course, the Lake Effect Ice Cream 400K at noon Eastern Time right here on AG the channel. Congratulations to Philip Torres for winning here at Watkins Glen. Here are the point standings for the Wawa Sprint Series going into 2 races to go. And on behalf of Matt Tuck, I will see you guys later.